Hello Outlaws and welcome back to a new Red Dead Redemption 2 video. In this video guys, we are going to be looking at how realistic is Red Dead Redemption 2 going to be and pinpointing some hard evidence on why Red Dead Redemption 2 will be one of the most realistic video games this year and possibly one of the greatest all-time open world games. Before we do jump into some of the really cool things about Red Dead Redemption 2, if you guys could be so awesome to leave a like on today's video, that would be more than welcome. If you did enjoy this video, I'm not sure if everyone is going to watch this video because I'm actually not sure how long this is going to be. It probably will be over 10 minutes. So if you guys want to sit back, relax and listen to some really cool things about Red Dead Redemption 2, feel free to sit back, relax and listen to some of the great things about this game. I'm sure you guys won't be disappointed with any of the facts about this game at all. As I always say, if you find yourself new to the channel, consider yourself an outlaw and don't be a stranger, because you guys know I don't like strangers here on the channel. So if you stumbled across my channel as a stranger, consider yourself an outlaw and join the rest of the outlaws by subscribing so you don't miss out on the latest Red Dead Redemption 2 videos, as we are getting so close to the official release of the game. It is going to be so awesome. With that said guys, enjoy the rest of this cool Red Dead Redemption 2 video. So I do have a list of the things that we can see clearly within Red Dead Redemption 2. So first of all, we're going to get started with the main feature in the game, and it comes as no surprise at all: hunting in Red Dead Redemption 2. Now this is obviously known for its time back in Red Dead Redemption, where if we kill an animal, the only thing we could do was skin the animal and then bring its skin back to one of the general stores, and then we could sell it on for a bit of profit. So basically, in a nutshell, that's how the hunting system, I guess, worked in Red Dead Redemption. Now if we take a look at what's in Red Dead Redemption 2 in terms of the hunting system, well, what can we see that is a big major gameplay change? In order to be successful in hunting an animal in Red Dead Redemption 2, stealth is required. So now we have to be extra careful on how we approach an animal in the game. And as demonstrated in the gameplay trailer, so many times we see Arthur stealthing up alongside a deer, and the whole purpose of this is that we can't make too much noise, because if we make too much noise, then the animal will become alerted, he will be scared and then end up running away. As a result, it's not really a successful hunt. However, if we are in a stealth position, we stay still, we stalk the animal and we watch its every move, and then of course we can take the correct shot on the animal, which then brings me on to my next point. Shot placement on the animal is also very key to how we kill the animal. For example, we're not going to shoot the deer on its stomach, we're going to place a shot somewhere preferably on its neck where we can get an instant kill. And the reason for this is because, well, if we kill the deer with one hit, then the deer is dead, and that is pretty much a successful hunt. We want a clean kill. We don't want the deer bleeding out or, you know, a misplaced shot on the deer, otherwise then it will become all messy and whatever. So, you know, that's not really good at all. So we want to place a perfect shot on the deer's neck where we can get an instant kill, and then we can take him back to our camp, which again brings me on to another point. After we do kill the animal, we do have the option of bringing the animal back to our camp, and then we can cook up the animal, I guess live off the animal as well. So pretty much we're hunting for food, and this is how we survive in the game. So as you guys can see, hunting is a big feature in the game, and this is the way of getting food, especially for providing food for the camp as well. So that realism in Red Dead Redemption 2, it is shown how much realism is in this game, because we have to do things in order to survive. We're not just gonna sit back and, you know, let the days go on. If we do, then we become hungry, and also the camp members will become hungry as well. So it's really cool that Rockstar Games are really making this an advanced system, and I really do like this whole idea of the hunting system as well. It really does add a lot of realism. Also, I forgot to mention as well, picking the correct weapons for hunting or going out on a hunt is also key to a successful day's hunt. As seen in some screenshots and in some trailer images as well, we can see Arthur with a bow and arrow. This is another way of killing an animal. We're not gonna go out into the wilderness and start shooting up a lot of animals, otherwise the animal's skin will become all bloody, and that's not really a good thing at all. We also have the option of bringing some animals back to the town market, and we can also sell on the animal to some of the stores as well, to a local butchers, and that's really cool. In return we get profit, and that is what we want. We want to earn some money in the game, and I think it's a really cool system. In a nutshell, that's pretty much hunting, and it is going to be really cool. Alrighty guys, the next thing we're going to talk about is NPCs, which are a big part of any video game. And if you are an average fan of Rockstar games, you will know in previous Rockstar titles, like for example the Grand Theft Auto series, you know how often they use a lot of the NPCs, and sometimes, you know, NPCs can be a bit random. Over the course of the years, Rockstar Games has been adding really cool ways to interact with NPCs and, you know, add different lifestyles. However, this time around for Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar Games are really taking this to a whole new level. Now in Red Dead Redemption 2, we have the option to communicate with NPCs and even have conversation with them. So for example, if we are on our travels somewhere, or even better, if we end up walking into a general store somewhere, confront the shopkeeper, and we can just have a conversation with him. We can start, you know, talking to him, or we have other options of robbing the store. For the sake of NPCs, we can really have a conversation with them. In fact, they will communicate back with us, and I think that is really awesome. This is a great way for us as the players to explore a bit more of the lifestyles of certain NPCs, and as Rockstar Games stated, they want to make the world a living, breathing place and make it feel like every person in the game has their own unique lifestyle, and I find that really interesting. This is definitely something worthwhile for Rockstar Games to do for Red Dead Redemption 2, not just for Red Dead Redemption 2, but for going forward into future Rockstar projects, and I think this is a really big, really big feature, and I am so looking forward to this. Also, the NPCs can remember some of the events you do within the game. So let me guys give you an example. If you find yourself in a local town somewhere and you end up killing somebody, well, the next time you arrive to the town, people will remember the things you did, and they will react to you in a certain way. So if you killed a local guy, people will start saying bad things about you, or they will avoid you and they won't come near you at all. Again, the level of detail put into the NPCs dialogue as well is absolutely fantastic. So to give you guys an idea on how realistic this game is going to be, well, so far that is really only part of it, and there is a host of a lot of new details about Red Dead Redemption 2 that will make this game one of the greatest open world games to date. So as you guys can see, so far we have the hunting, we have the NPCs as well, and there is so much put into this game. It is absolutely incredible. I would also like to touch on as well, in Red Dead Redemption 2, if you disable the HUD, NPCs will also give you directions. A lot of you guys have been commenting on some of my videos saying even if the radar or the HUD is not disabled, if you do have it on, NPCs will still give you directions. Now, I'm not 100% sure about this at all. Maybe if the HUD is on, maybe they can still give you directions. So far from what we heard of someone who actually played the 6 hours of Red Dead Redemption 2, claimed that if the HUD is disabled, the NPCs will give you directions. But again, this is probably not the case. Maybe if the radar is still on, NPCs will still give you directions. When you're also traveling around the map in Red Dead Redemption 2, you will come across some areas that will seem rough, and what I'm talking about is that there is a good example in the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer, or in the gameplay trailer. We see Arthur Morgan riding on his horse, and he comes across a group of guys standing beside a wall. Basically, they say, hey, you looking for trouble? So, you know, again, this really does show us a lot of really cool, even more advanced realism in the NPCs in the game. Again, you guys can see how much realism has been put into Red Dead Redemption 2 to make it a really awesome open world. This video will give you an idea on how realistic Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be. So for anyone who is doubting this about the game, well, now I'm sure all of these facts so far in this video is probably going to give you a good idea on how realistic it will be. And there is a lot more to talk about as well. I won't keep this video going on for too long, guys, so if you just want to hang around for the last couple of minutes or whatever, as I do talk about some of these really other cool things real quick, then feel free to do so. Or if you already got bored and want to click off the video, then of course you guys can, feel free to click off if you really want to. But with that said, I do hope the rest of you guys who are still watching can stay around and to listen to these other really cool, realistic features about Red Dead Redemption 2. So now we're going to talk about some guns in the game. Now, why are guns realistic? Is there anything particular about the guns? And the answer to that is yes, they have a purpose. Not only do guns fire in the game, but now we must keep our guns clean. As an owner of a gun, we need to keep the guns clean on a regular basis. Why? Because over time now, your guns will get clogged and will become dirty. If we don't keep the gun clean, then the next time we end up getting in a gunfight, we may not be able to fire our pistol, and that's not really a good thing at all. As a gun owner, we gotta keep the guns clean. As seen in the Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay trailer, we see a clip of Arthur wiping his gun, and I really do think this is a really awesome feature. Again, this is all tying into real life. It is so cool to see that Rockstar Games are adding so many realistic features into this game, going the extra mile with Red Dead Redemption 2. Also, if we're traveling in swamp areas where there is deep water, if we have our gun out or in our pouch, water will get into the gun. So as a result of this, yes, we cannot fire the gun, therefore we need to clean the gun out and clear any water or anything that is clogging the gun. So again, it adds realism to Red Dead Redemption 2. The next thing I want to point out is hygiene in Red Dead Redemption 2. Of course, this really does make for an interesting feature. If we are in a town somewhere and if we are full of dirt, muck, or even blood from a dead animal, NPCs we come across will make a comment on our appearance and will try to avoid us as much as possible. So there is going to be times in the game where we have to take a bath, and again, as demonstrated in the gameplay trailer, we see Arthur taking a bath, cleaning his body. So hygiene is going to be a big part of Red Dead Redemption 2, and again, it really is adding the realism to the game. Finally, I want to touch on is the bonding relationship between you and your horse. Now, I can't stress this enough, this is going to be a huge feature in Red Dead Redemption 2. The more we look after our horse, the more the horse will respond to us. Whereas, for example, if we come across a wild horse and we get on the horse, then there is no real reason why that horse will respond to us in any way, because we have no connection to the horse. We need to take control of our horse, look after the horse, feeding the horse, wash the horse, and possibly grooming the horse as well. As seen in the Red Dead Redemption 2 gameplay trailer, we can see glimpses of this, and it is really awesome, and there is a lot more to it as well. So with that said, guys, I do thank you so much for watching this video, and if you guys found this really interesting, again, this video was just highlighting some of the realism coming to Red Dead Redemption 2, and to answer any questions about how realistic is this game. Well, I hope some of the things I said in this video will give you guys an idea on how realistic Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be. Now, there is of course a lot more I could talk about, but I feel like I could be here for hours and upon hours making this video, talking about all of this stuff. There is so much realism to be offered in Red Dead Redemption 2, and of course you guys are going to experience that on the 26th of October. So with that said, guys, if you did enjoy this video, I know we are like on the 15-minute mark, or I think we are around 15 minutes, but if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more awesome Red Dead Redemption 2 videos, and I will see you outlaws in the next video. Don't be a stranger.